wide open and finding yourself evolving and changing and becoming a better person, you can then pass that on to your family and your friends and hopefully change their lives so they'll be better people. And as it goes on, hopefully we have better people in this world.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is the perfect scenario right there. It's like if you create something and it makes people around you better, and what's better than that? Nothing.
Oh.
I mean, then you feel like, wow, I did something good. I have a positive legacy in this world. I don't have kids. I don't really, have a family like that. So for me, my work is my legacy. And I sometimes I think to myself, like, how cool would it be if, there are kids who, 20 years from now are performing Broke Wide Open in college, or, who are going to do Privilege, like, I would love for Privilege to be a play where, I submit the script to regional theaters and they just cast it and do the play, It's like infiltrating the whole world with your art,
right.
with your work.
Right.
And so all of a sudden your family is not just your family who gets together on Thanksgiving, but now your family is like, some family that's living in Nigeria or Buenos Aires or, Australia or Canada or Newark, or, your family is now everywhere because that's what's so amazing about artists like the Beatles or Michael Jackson or Mozart or, these artists have reached, so far around the world that they actually have made a contribution in a global way, and they have real significant influence on people. An artist like John Lennon, I think that's why you have to be responsible as an artist too, because, like however you want to present yourself, I think you have to be conscious of that. You might be a very controversial artist, and you might want to be the person to say all the wrong things just to make everybody think. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think that every artist needs to know who they are. You know what I mean? Like, know what you're doing, because if you do become widely successful, you are going to be influencing a lot of people, because people, especially young people, are like sponges. I mean, if you're like an artist like Eminem, for example, a lot of people don't like Eminem. But I heard Eminem on an interview once, and they were talking about how somebody, I don't remember exactly what it was, but somebody was talking about, they were criticizing a song because he, like stuck his wife in the trunk of a car or something like that. And I just remember him saying something like, it's a song. I didn't really put her in the trunk of a car. And you know what? If I didn't write the song, maybe I would have. I mean, that's the whole point. In art, art can keep people from doing horrible things. And art is always something for us to think, like I don't think anybody should ever kind of, delude themselves into thinking that horrible things are not happening in the world. In my case, what I'm saying to people is racism and sexism and homophobia and anti-Semitism and all this stuff, it exists in the world. And so we must talk about it and we must deal with it. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to deal with it now in the most beautiful love story you've ever seen. Like, you're about to fall in love with 4 of the most beautiful kids you've ever met in your whole life, and you're going to see how this world destroys them, You're not going to believe what happens to these kids, and you're going to be like, damn, I love these kids.
Yeah.
You're going to care about them, and you're going to be so upset. And for me, that's what's so beautiful about it. It's like you are going to be devastated by what happens to these people, and you're going to think, how could we do this? Like, how can the world be this way? Like, sometimes when I'm writing this play, I'm sitting in front of my computer and I'm like sobbing because I'm thinking, why is it that I could even write these stories? Like, why is it even possible that stuff like this could happen? Why? But it is. So we must talk about it. We must deal with it. And you know what? I do believe that eventually, I believe it's getting better every day. I think the world is so much better today than it was yesterday. We still have such a long way to go, and I believe we'll always have a long way to go. But, I do believe that everything's getting better and better and better, and it will continue to get better. But, we have to... We
got to keep working on it. You can't let it go and think someone else is going to do it.
We have to keep annoying each other, absolutely.
Yeah.
and that's what I do. I'm hoping to, I'm the guy who's going to just, be incessantly bringing stuff up all the time. People are like, oh my God, there's Rock WILK. Here he goes again. You know, now I got to deal with this. But that's what I want. That's my privilege. You know, it's my.
And I say go for it, because I give you kudos, as Dawn would say, for bringing this out to the public and trying to make a difference in everyone's life. I mean, I can't even thank you enough for that.
Well, thank you. It really is my honor. You know, it's my you know, it's like a gift. I mean, I know that I have certain gifts and abilities, and if I can use them, you know, that's one of the reasons I'm so ambitious too, because I want the whole world to hear these stories, you know, but it's not because I want to make $27 trillion, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind being very wealthy. I'll deal with that challenge, but it's not what drives me. It's not what compels me. What compels me is to share the story with everybody. I think any artist feels like that. You know, I don't think any artist starts their work thinking, I just want to get rich. I want to be a celebrity. I don't think anybody really thinks that. I think that everybody wants to, they have a need to share their stories and a need to share what they feel is important. And so as an artist, it's what makes me wake up in the morning, you know, that I want to do this. And so if people appreciate it and if they receive it as meaningful, then I feel like, wow, you know, it's like my birthday present every day. That's what it feels like to me. I'm just grateful.
Isn't that wonderful?
Really,
yeah.
Grateful every day. Yeah.
Well, just for our listeners, so they know, if you'd like to attend, the first public reading is March 19th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern in New York City at the Medicine Show Theater. It's at 549 West 52nd Street on the 3rd floor. You can read more about Privilege and by going to the website. It's privilegethestory.com. You can also donate on the website to help support Privilege and sign up for the mailing list. You can follow them on Twitter at Privilege Story, and they're also on Facebook, which would be, of course, facebook.com/privilege. And I really would love for you to go ahead and like that page and follow them on Twitter and go see the show, the first reading, and get back to Rock. He's at Rock WILK, WILK, on Twitter, or go on Facebook to his page and let him know what your thoughts are on it.
I would love that. And also, if I could, I just want to say, if you want to see Broke Wide Open, you can reach out to me as well. And I would, right now I'm in the process of meeting with some agents, but I'm dealing with it directly myself right now. And I'm really trying to get Broke Wide Open out. I'm sitting here literally with this painting folded up on the floor of my apartment right now.
I was going to ask you where it was.
I'm like, this is so bad. It is like the most magnificent work of art in the history of the world, and it's sitting here on my floor. So I am like, very ready to take this painting on the road with my rusty scaffold and my lighting design, and I have. The artists are Jason Cicino and Lee Alston, and the lighting design of Elmira Casiano, and, the direction of Stephen Bishop Seeley. And I just want to take this, I want to go to every regional theater, and I want to get to every college everywhere. And so if people want to see Broke Wide Open, they should contact me, and they should tell everybody in their town, whoever runs their theaters or their universities or whatever, tell them that they want to play there. And we'll work it out, and I'll get there. I mean, it's already beginning. I'm starting to book it now. But I would like to be...
Great. I'm so happy to hear that, because I think it needs to continue. And just so our listeners know as well, they can take a look at the painting with you standing on the scaffolding on take2radio.com, and that's the number 2. It's on the home page. Once the interview is over and we put the podcast on the website, it'll be underneath interviews. Dawn will switch it over there, but you'll be able to see this painting that we're talking about. It's absolutely a stunning paper.
It's so amazing.
Stunning paper, stunning.
It's a big canvas painting. It is actually...
Canvas, yes, painting is what I meant to say.
It's 3 stories high, literally. It is huge. It's 3 stories high and 20 feet wide. It is enormous. It just folds up, and I could just travel with it, so it's pretty amazing. And also, you can get all the information about Broke Wide Open at brokewideopen.com.
.com, yeah, I was going to tell them that, too, and it'll be on our website as well. So I wish you continued success
with
Broke Wide Open and also with the new play Privilege. And I'm praying that one day I'll see you live on stage in Chicago. And I know you want him over there too, Don, so let's not forget North Carolina.
Yeah,
definitely.
Please come to North Carolina. I will definitely come and support you. So, and treat you to some good old North Carolina barbecue as well.
I will be there.
Yeah, he'll be hungry after the play, so make sure you bring it with.
We'll go out for something to eat, steaks and something to drink, so it'll all be good.
Definitely. That's my word.
Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us again. It sure was a pleasure speaking with you and finding out so much more about the new play, and I just can't thank you enough. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for what you're doing. And to change the world, to change even person by person.
Well, I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you a lot. And just thanks for having me. I'll come back here anytime you want.
You're very welcome.
We really enjoyed it.
You're always welcome to join us. You know that. Suzanne knows that, too. Thank you, Suzanne, for doing this again.
Suzanne Pinedo, the greatest PR woman ever. She's
Isn't she? Awesome. She is absolutely
me, a PR
awesome.
person and somebody who's just an incredibly generous, motivated, hardworking human being. Suzanne Pinedo, Pinedo PR. She's it. Pinedo Relations. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a heart of gold. I've spoken with her on the phone quite a few times, and we could talk forever.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's so full of energy. She loves what she does, and she believes in you and, anybody else that she takes on as a client.
She's just, the bottom line is she's just really, really good at what she does, and she's got a lot of integrity. And I don't know anybody who works harder than her, so she's amazing.
That's so true. Well, thank you so much, Rock, and you enjoy the rest of your night. And
you too.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you guys soon. And I'll see you out.
Thank you, Rock. Take care, and God bless.
You too. Peace.
Bye-bye. Rock WILK. There's no words to describe him other than an amazing, caring, realist, and wants to change the world, and he's doing it. One person at a time, one community at a time.
Yet again, another great interview and a very inspiring interview. I mean, every time we have spoken with him, he has just inspired me to want to go out and do awesome things, for people, and he really does motivate you to want to be the best you can be. Because when you hear his story and you hear where he came from and what he struggled with, how he got through it, and and I hit on this before, in his situation, being given up for adoption, he was adopted and and ended up in a very good situation. But that could have made anyone bitter. It could have made anyone do horrible things, in terms of coping with that or not wanting to cope with it. But he took that experience and turned it into something beautiful that not only blessed him and helped him overcome it and healed him, but he's now been able to take that and people are benefiting from it now. So, and that was really, he will say that when he started writing that, it was just to kind of be therapeutic for him, and little did he know that it would become what it was and what it has. So I have a feeling Privilege is just going to kind of be an extension of that, in a different way, but more of the same. I think Broke Wide Open was just the beginning of the process for him. We'll be seeing lots more of plays to come from him, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing, and I think we probably will see, one or both of them becoming a movie.
I think so. I don't see how it, did you hear him mention agents? He's speaking with agents, and it made me wonder. So
I know, right?
He's
keeping something from us, maybe, huh?
I know. Probably didn't want to say anything until, a lot of people they kind of are superstitious about that. They don't want to say until anything's firm. I'm that way myself.
Oh, yeah,
so.
We both are.
So I can appreciate that. But I definitely, I was sitting there thinking that when he was speaking on that, I thought, I wonder if this is going to be a movie. And really, I would love for him, for this, if